Hey guys. Um, this video is going to be about something really embarrassing that happened to me recently. I'd actually forgotten all about it, and then while recording another video a minute ago, I remembered it, and I thought, oh yeah, I really needed to do a video about that. So this is that video. Yeah, something really embarrassing happened to me that could only ever happen to me. So basically, what happened was I ordered some stuff just before Christmas, obviously, like you do, especially right now with the lockdown and everything happening and shops just being closed unless they're essential. A lot of people have been shopping online, me included. So I bought some stuff online and I was eagerly awaiting for it to arrive. And yeah, some of it did, and I went to the door. Now, basically, okay, I was a little bit stupid, let's be honest. No surprise there. I tend to, especially at the moment, because it's lockdown, I'm not at work, so, and I don't always sleep well at night, so I can't remember what time it was in the day. It wasn't an unreasonable time. It was still morning time. The door went and I was still in bed. And I tend to just sleep in not a lot at all. So I was in my underwear and a tank top, similar to this, like a little tank top thing. And yeah, I went and answered the door, but my door opens outwards because genius. So, and it's also up some steps, because it's like a little flat apartment, whatever you want to call it, depending on what country you're from. It's up some steps. Now, obviously, because of the pandemic and everything going on, they tend to put the parcel on your top step and then ring the doorbell and then step out of your garden or whatever, or far enough away from you until you answer the door and they can say, oh yeah, there's a parcel for you or whatever. Make sure you get it. Generally, that is what they're supposed to do. Sometimes they just put it there, ring the doorbell, and just leave, which is not fun. I had that the other day with something, and it definitely would have fit through my letterbox, but they just left it on the top step. I was like, oh, it's good to come home to. It's a good job it's still there. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so I went to answer the door, and obviously thought I would risk it because my post lady that we normally have will leave it and then go and deliver to everybody else and then just shout back like, oh yeah, parcel for you, whatever, because I live on an end. And I was like, I opened the door, and because it opens outwards, I thought I would be shielded from said person, and I was. It was not my post lady. It was a different delivery company that I will not mention, rather than just your typical Royal Mail. So it wasn't my normal post lady, it was a delivery guy, and he was stood that way, so I did have the door shielding me, so I just kind of looked round and I was like, oh, because I just heard him be like, he's got kind of an accent, so he just kind of was like, parcel for you, and I was like, thank you. And because he put it on my top step and didn't realise that my door opens outwards, as I stepped out to try and get it, I accidentally knocked it off of the top step and onto the floor. So I was like, oh no. So I had to kind of crouch and hobble to get my arm down to reach the package, forgetting that there's a gap about that much under my door. And this guy had not left. He was still there. So he saw my butt, basically, because I was wearing my underwear. And then I was like, oh no, because I didn't realise he was still there until after I got it, trying to shield myself with the door, not realising the gap until after I started to get up. And I was like, oh no. And then to my horror, I heard him be like, you got it? And I was like, He's still there. I was like, yeah, thanks. And I shut the door and I was like, oh God, that was embarrassing because I was still in my pants. So, you know, but whatever, you know, they're pants. It's not that bad. They're black. It's not, you know. Yeah, until I went to the bathroom. And as I came out of the bathroom, I have a mirror in my hallway, and I kind of glanced, and then I just, my heart sank because I happened to be wearing a pair of underwear that I have that are a little bit risque. They have they have a mesh panel across the back. So the back of the underwear is basically black mesh, which is see-through. I have kind of an example with this top, but they're kind of like that across the back. So, yeah, you can see my butt cheeks. So I was absolutely mortified about 10 minutes later when I went to the bathroom and I realised this. I just literally just stood there and was like, why did it have to be that pair of underwear? I just grabbed them and just put them on and didn't even think anything of it because, you know, who am I trying to impress right now? I'm single. I ain't got nobody to impress. So I have barely worn these things, but I just grabbed them yesterday, like, well, the day before, and I was like, whatever. And then just happened to be wearing that pair when I answered the door, and I had to get my parcel. And I'm glad that I was sat the way that I was sat, otherwise it could have been a hell of a lot worse. We won't go into that. Anyway, so yeah, I realised that, and then I told my friends that, specifically my friend Shan, and she nearly wet herself laughing at me. She was like, I can't believe you did that. That's such a you thing to do. I was like, I know. And yeah, she was like, well, I bet he loved that. And I was like, yeah, probably. And yeah, so I was horribly embarrassed. Made note of the delivery company and was like, right, well, anything else that I order off of eBay or anywhere else, I'll make sure that it's not that delivery company and that it is just Royal Mail. And I started to wear leggings when I answered the door. And unfortunately, it happened again. The one time that I went to the door and I could not find my leggings anywhere, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to risk it. I had a top, I think, wrapped around me because I couldn't find my leggings, and he was there. And this time he was stood this side, and he was like, "Parcel for you." And it was a bit different how he said it this time. Actually, he was like, "Parcel for you," and I was like, I was like internally screaming. I was like, oh no, it was the same guy. And one of the things that I'd ordered had decided, even though they'd put that it would be sent through Royal Mail, had decided to go with the delivery company because it would be quicker. And I was just like, so I'm just stood there like, hi. Like, just, even though I'm covered up, I'm still like, and yeah. So I told Shan about it, and we were messaging backwards and forwards, and she decided to just she reminded me of it as well, and then decided to use a GIF, which made me laugh so hard when we were talking about it, because she was like, I can't remember what we said, but then she was like, oh, no problem, and then she sent the one of the minion in the thong, like, walking away, and I was like, oh my god, it wasn't quite that bad. It wasn't a thong, but it was mesh across the back. And I was just like, no, why did that happen to me? And he's delivered to me a couple of times, and now this delivery company has taken to, because it really freaked me out, has taken to recording people answering the door when you deliver to them. And I didn't know that. And he delivered to me again, even though I was checking. For some reason, some people just use a different one to what they list. I don't really know why. Thankfully, again, I was dressed because I learned my lesson. And I opened the door, and he was on this side, and he's just like, "Parcel for you," with his phone, filming, and I'm like, "Thanks." And it really creeped me out, and I was like, "Is this a normal thing?" It turns out it is. Well, to a degree, they're supposed to like take a snapshot or a video of them delivering it and leaving it on your doorstep. But apparently that's only if you're not there. So I'm a little bit confused as to why he's still recording it. Maybe it's a normal thing. You guys should let me know, please, because I don't really know that much about it. Hopefully it's a normal thing. If not, then I think I've got a little bit of an issue. But it was an accident. Like, I didn't think, like, normally, because it's dead where I live, like, there's no people around. Like, obviously I was careful anyway as I opened the door, like, I was like, because I'm just in my pants and my tank top. But yeah, I clearly did not think that through, and it just happened to be the worst pair of underwear that I could have been wearing, because it was extremely revealing. Like my one pair that's like a risque that I have, because why bother? You know? Why? So yeah, that happened, and yes, we all had a good giggle about it. I still have a good laugh about it every so often when I see him. I'm just like, oh, it's you. Everyone else found it hilarious, so I thought I'd share it with you guys because, you know, it could only happen to me. So yeah, let me know if you guys have had any embarrassing situations like that. Don't really know what I should do about it. I can't really do anything. It was just a massive mistake on my part. Like, why did I risk it? Why did I think I'll risk it for a biscuit in my pants? Why did I do that? Why? And why did the parcel fall onto the floor? And he still does it though. He still puts it on the top step, even though he knows I'm opening the door outwards, and then it just goes flying down the steps. And I'm like, okay. Other people do that as well though. So maybe he forgets each time. But like, yeah, a lot of people do it because whose door opens outwards? Whose? That was my dog. He's clearly fed up. Yeah. So let me know if you guys have had like anything like that. Let me know. Make me feel better about it. Yeah. If you like this video and you thought it was funny, give it a thumbs up. Because, you know, you can just laugh at my shame. Because I sure do. And yeah, just a little fun video for you. I have learned my lesson, I promise. I do wear leggings now whenever I open the door. I have learned my lesson. Yeah, and I will see you guys in the next video, which hopefully nothing more embarrassing happens to me and I don't have any more run-ins with this guy. Parcel for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.